guys, Rob from Georgia here with you, aka VHS82 apostrophe, with day number 7 of our 31 days of horror. Yeah, well, you can only have Jason here next to you for so long before, the whining grows into more than that. And, the plea is, why have you ignored me? So before we get out of this first week, yeah, you're all going to love me, man. I am still sporting the awesome, absolutely awesome Walmart box set. Yeah, I never pulled the trigger on the Scream Factory box. I kind of wish I would have. Yeah, it's pretty sad that I've still got... Now, I got a few of the individual releases, the part 2 on Steelbook, and a couple much better singular releases on DVD, special collectors, whatever, editions, whatever. But not part 3D, and that's the one I wanted to put in the spotlight. We all know the deal, man. Friday the 13th, part 3, a Steve Miner film. 1 hour and 35 minutes is its runtime. Of course, 1982, man. I was 12, man. I saw this in the theater, man. I'm that old. And can you believe this, man? 40-year anniversary of Friday 3. If that doesn't make you feel old, I don't know what will. But I say that because they got a steelbook coming out. And looks pretty nice. And it's only, did I say $18? Yeah, 18 bucks. 40th anniversary edition. Probably not really what needs to be for the 40th anniversary release, but it don't look too bad. You can prime this. Now, I did look, and I don't see the Friday movies there at all. Now, Paramount may have a slew of them, because they've always been, the rights holders. I'm not sure how all that works right now. Where is that? But I did not see any of the Friday just sitting up there to stream. You can prime it for $3.79. Seems a bit steep to almost $4 for a Friday the 13th film, which you ought to already have in your collection anyways. So why this one? It's 1982. It's my favorite year. I wanted to sprinkle some 82 films throughout the 31 Days of Horror. And this one I saw in the theater, man. I think it's my first one I saw in the theater, man, with the funky glasses and everything. But this was the best 3D movie I ever saw as a kid. And I got to see Jaws 3D as well. And as much as I love that movie, today, the 3D quality, man, in Friday 3D, I remember being pretty wild. Of course, Jason, gets his hockey mask for the first time. Compliments of Shelley. Every time I watch that movie, it grows and it grows and it grows, and you gotta love some of the story underneath. It drives our heroine, and was it rape? Not rape. And then the final act conclusion in the barn. You can't be alive. You can't be alive. Moment, and then the axe in the head, and of course you got your absolutely beautiful opening for Friday the 13th, the final chapter, which I also saw in the theater as a kid, and that was just glorious. But what can I say about Jason, man? It was so much fun seeing those movies in the theaters growing up. Now, I wasn't old enough to check the original or part 2, but by 3, I was old enough to get in or sneak in, or somehow, however that all worked out. And yes, a lot of years of a lot of fun, man, and they're still there. And I really do need a better release than this one. I may look at getting that 40th anniversary steelbook. $18 is hard to argue with, right? And so that's probably already out or is coming or whatever. So Steve Miner, man, I thought he hit it out of the park with 3. 2's great. I'm not gonna say 3's better than 2, but it's one I gravitate to. I don't know why. It's one I love more and more and more every time I watch it. So got a little Jason in here before the week runs out. Friday the 13th, part 3. If there's any way you can watch it in 3D, every once in a while, a theater will run this thing in 3D. I hear stories. You ought to check your listings, check your local theaters. You never know when these things happen around you. As always, we end these things off with Go Bills.
Not a dream. Not a dream. We might be useful to you.